Aquarius, unicorn of the zodiac, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Aquarius, I'm going to be doing your reading from April 27th to May 3rd. This will be a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, in this reading, dear Aquarius, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify all the cards for you and get some final advice. Dear Unicorn of the Zodiac, thank you very much for being here at the Renaissance Tarot. I really appreciate you. I want to give a big shout out to all the Aquarians who have supported me for my Ironman Journey bike fund and all the other stuff included. And to my best friend, Arshak also. Okay, best friend of 10 years who is an Aquarius who also supported me as well. Thank you so much. And yes, Aquarius, we are going to do this. We're going to make this happen because the GoFundMe has been extended for 12 more days. Anyone that's going to support me, I'm going to print out their names, and I'm going to create a decal and put the frame onto my bike. So thank you so much for considering your help and your support. I really appreciate that. Let's get into your reading and see what's going on for you, dear Aquarius. So Aquarius, your challenge is the Page of Swords. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Pentacles followed by the Eight of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. So Aquarius, you're being watched, or someone is watching you. There is some kind of research that's actually being done. The Page of Swords here typically talks about, kind of also a stalker energy. Someone could be stalking you, someone could be gathering data. And there is this data research going on. Someone here is trying to gather information or tea about you. You could be also having some sort of an idea in regards to a specific person in a relationship. We're going to talk about this and we're going to get some more clarity. You are going through a lot right now, so I'm going to give you everything that you need. In the recent past, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Pentacles. So it looks like in the recent past, you met somebody or there was a new offer that happened between you and another person, possibly an Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. So I feel like that in the recent past, this person, when they came into your life, it really felt like this was a very destined connection, destined relationship. Okay, something about destiny with the Wheel of Fortune. We're going to clarify this and we're going to see what is it that you need to know. Now, in the present moment, dear Aquarius, you have the Four of Wands, the Empress, and the Three of Cups. Some of you are dealing with the Taurus, male or female, it don't matter. Okay, I feel like that for many of you, there is a strong energy here of reunion and marriage. Okay, Three of Cups, reconciliation here. And then the Four of Wands, marriage. Possibly also fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. A lot of you are really starting to romanticize life. I think that's a good energy, Aquarius. There is something here about you really, taking care of your beauty, of your presence, just really looking good. And this means also detachment. So it's becoming easier for you. I mean, you don't have a problem with detachment at all. But I think in this case, you're really just saying, you know what, I am just going to give it to the universe, whatever is going to happen. And there is a potential reunion and a reconciliation that may happen. We're going to find out about this and we're going to get all the information that you need. In the near future, you have the Eight of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords, and the Five of Wands. So there is a lot that's happening in the near future, okay? Something about, someone not being able to see the truth of a matter. There's possibly a third-party situation here involved in this situation as well. Five of Wands, conflict, argument. And you want to possibly have a conversation with this person and put an end to this situation. Put an end to what happened between you and them in the recent past. Now, I do feel like here there could be external people, family members, someone's coworkers that could be really interfering into this relationship. And I feel like that there is this trapped energy. Someone feels trapped in a situation. It's like almost they cannot get out. And it has a lot to do with this person's energy. Okay, we're going to find out about this. And there is a lot of resistance. This resistance, my intuition is telling me, could come also from cultural different backgrounds or certain, even financial situation. Okay, someone's financial situation as well. We're going to clarify this and we're going to get all the information. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, there is the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. You still have a choice and a decision here to walk away from this person, from this situation, possibly a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. There is this energy here of kind of retreating and going within yourself. Okay, because it's like you may find this situation to be a little bit too chaotic and you want to retreat and you want to pull your energy back to yourself. There is something here about you protecting your peace. Okay, so let's get into your reading and see what is it that you need to know, dear Aquarius. Let's clarify your challenge, which is the Page of Swords. She kind of looks scary, like she's ready, but you know, there is something about here like you being watched or information being gathered about you. Let's clarify the Page of Swords, Aquarius. The Page of Swords is clarified by the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Now, two important things that I'm seeing here. There is the possibility of someone seeing you in their dreams, or you could be seeing this person in your dreams. There is a lot of confusion that still is going on. The confusion here has a lot to do with the fact that a heartbreak and a breakup happened between you and this person in the past for whatever reason. We're going to find out. And there has been this very much unfinished business. There is a lot of, you know, confusion in the air. Things are not very clear whether there is still, whether does this person want me? Does this person really want to work things out with me? And for others of you, it could be that this person is actually inquiring and wanting to know if you want them or not, if you are interested in being in a relationship with them or not. Because this Three of Swords here and the Seven of Cups is giving, like, after this heartbreak and after this separation, that when things ended between you and this person, dear Aquarius, I do feel like here that there has been just too much confusion, too many questions. Okay, way too many questions. And then there is the Ten of Pentacles about this commitment. Is there ever going to be a happily ever after? Is there ever going to be a long-term commitment here between you and this person? Hangman, Pisces energy as well. Now, let's talk about in the recent past with the Ace of Pentacles. It looks like in the recent past for many of you, there was this brand new beginning here with this person. And Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, it developed into something, but it didn't really develop fully into a full force relationship. It was maybe very short-lived, clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Lovers here, and the Two of Wands. Some of you were dealing with a Gemini. I feel like that in the recent past, there was a lot of love between you and this person, okay? A lot of chemistry, very strong chemistry between you and them. But with the Two of Wands here, there is something here about long-distance relationship, or this person living in this place, you living over there, cultural differences, ethnicity, something about dark complexity could be very significant for some of you. I feel like in the recent past, there was a choice and a decision that needed to be made, and someone really struggled to make a final decision here, okay? Because not only the Lovers here means, you know, love and relationship, but in the story, in the history of tarot, it also is translated in the past as the choice, the card of the choice, okay? So in the Eight of Swords. So definitely you both came to a point where this person had to move, or they had to make a certain decision here. They went to a different location. Something about geographical obstacles, okay? Long distance situation. Let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune here in the recent past. Some of you could have dealt with the person who was in the Navy or in the Army. There is something about someone's Army background as well, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the King of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. So in the recent past, for many of you, you could have also dealt with the person who was pretty popular and well-known, or you were popular. Something happened within this connection that there was a major disappointment. Now, drinking could have been a problem. A person here could have left, or maybe you left because of drinking problems, or someone's inability to really support the family, support you, or someone here also could have been lazy. I don't know who that was, but that's what I'm also strongly getting. There's a lazy energy here, or someone not really putting in the hard work, okay? Now, I think that in the recent past, someone also could have tried to follow after their fame. There was something about someone being popular, influencer, and going after what they wanted here. Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles in the recent past. There is this energy of like things not really taking off the ground, okay? Things being really challenging to move forward. Page of Pentacles it still tells me that there was this growth of a relationship, but there wasn't too much depth in it, okay? Now, it's clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Justice, and the Page of Swords. Some of you also maybe were dealing with the Libra. I do feel like here that, with the Page of Swords and Justice, Wheel of Fortune, you and this person really were into each other and very compatible, but somebody here was very quick to make a decision. Someone was very quick to either cut this relationship off, because that's what I feel like the Page of Swords may indicate. It does tell me with the Justice that could have been also legal matters. This person could have been still married to another person. I mean, you can meet the person and, you may really fall for them and you can be so compatible, but they still could be entangled with another person. Not surprised the devil hasn't showed up yet, but I do feel like here that there was this kind of a triangulation situation that possibly was going on. Let's clarify the Four of Wands here for you in the present moment, the Empress and the Three of Cups. So marriage is on your mind. A lot of you are also romanticizing, possibly also manifesting here. The Four of Wands is clarified by the Magician, sprinkle, sprinkle. I literally just said it. Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so I literally just said this. You're manifesting, okay, the Magician. Definitely set an intention here to manifest a brand new beginning. For many of you, I do feel like here with the Five of Wands, there could be other factors here, external factors, a third-party situation or whatsoever that might be causing you and this person not to be together, okay? Now, this could be also cultural misunderstandings. The Four of Wands here with the Five of Wands, maybe you come from a different background, this person from a different background, or your life story is so different that maybe the society would consider it to be judgment. The society would like condemn you, okay, or the other person. And this has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of you really struggled within this relationship. You really, really tried to work things out, but in the present moment, you're still manifesting and set an intention here with the Ace of Wands to have a brand new beginning. Three of Wands and the Temperance could be a Sagittarius you're dealing with. Someone here is waiting for you, or you are waiting for them. There is definitely an anticipation and an expectation to happen. That's why the challenge is the Page of Swords. Gathering data, gathering information, but not moving forward yet. So let's clarify the Empress here for you in the present moment. There is something about also cooking, buying new clothes. You could be changing your wardrobe. You could be getting a new tattoo. You could be really just doing something very symbolic for you, Aquarius. The Empress is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Star, that is you, the world. Here is the thing, girl. Let me tell you exactly what's going on, okay? The Star is the card of an Aquarius, and the World and the Five of Pentacles. By you, Aquarius, putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, taking yourself out on dinner, really prioritizing yourself. I know there is a lot of male Aquarius broskis watching me to go to the gym, get a punching bag, look good, get shaved, clean up, all that stuff, okay? For many of you, I think that you are finally closing up this cycle of abandonment. You're finally healing, Aquarius, from these abandonment wounds. And I'm saying this with utmost respect and love. A lot of people go through that. And I'm not here just to shuffle a bunch of cards and tell you fairy tales. Them tarot cards may come across as being fairy tale-y, but I'm always going to tell the truth, always. And I'm not going to tell people what they want to hear, but what they need to hear. You have been doing a lot of shadow work. There is something about you finally closing the cycle with the World and the Five of Pentacles of some kind of a painful situation. This could also come from your childhood, your parents. So you're finally letting go of that, okay? You're letting go of a lot of lies, okay? Self-concept issues. I told the same thing to Gemini too. Self-concept issues, things that really you used to believe in, and you're just realizing that those things are not really serving you and you need to let go of them. Now, what this is going to bring into your life is going to bring a lot of happiness. Okay, Three of Cups. There is this energy of you also meeting more friends, hanging out there. And you and this person could also run into each other. The Three of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords, and the Five of Cups. So, to be honest, Aquarius, do you still want this? Do you still want this, Aquarius? You're still questioning. Look, the Queen of Swords is the card of an Aquarius. There is the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, okay? You're really still going back and forth of investigating, interrogating. You're trying to really understand the in and outs. You're asking yourself a lot of questions. Like in the past, you went through some sort of a disappointment here with the Five of Cups, with the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius that you were dealing with, and things didn't work out. And you do want to work things out. You are manifesting, you're setting intention, but there is a part of you that's showing up here into the cards that kind of is doubting, how is this relationship going to take up? Is this person really fully going to commit to me or not? And you're worried about that. Okay, that's why in the near future you have the Eight of Swords, which is an indicator that something here is keeping you trapped. Even though you may want to have a conversation with this person and gain some clarity, something here is calling your attention to, really talk about or to disclose. Or to discuss. So let's talk about the Eight of Swords, dear Aquarius, in the near future. The Eight of Swords is clarified by the Three of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Four of Cups, and the Death card. The person you're dealing with may have the tendency to leave the relationship when things get better or when there is an issue. Either way, you have a fear that what if this person rejects my offer if I want to offer them a brand new beginning and I want to marry them. There is a fear, and this fear may come from actually like an actual experience with this person. Something must have happened within this relationship dynamic here that there was this fear of someone actually committing to you with the Four of Cups. There was this fear of them coming towards you and marrying you and giving all that you wanted within this relationship in the past, okay? So I feel like that when it comes to the matters of marriage here, to the matters of relationship and really settling down and commitment, there is something here about really being worried. How is this going to happen? Am I really making the right decision if I want to go full force with this person? So Ace of Swords here, Five of Wands, in the midst of this chaos, in the midst of all of this that's happening, Aquarius, Ace of Swords here is telling me that there is clarity that's going to come. There is clarity that's going to show up. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Three of Wands. Okay, this is coming from the distance. Okay, the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Cups and the Devil. So I feel like that there is something here about this relationship dynamic here. Could be a Capricorn you're dealing with or someone who has a Capricorn, or you could be on the cusp of a Capricorn. Now, in the near future, I do see here that someone here emotionally starts to open up to you. You could receive an emotional letter. Some of you also have written an emotional letter. You could send it to this person. There is definitely like this kind of a distant communication, not maybe face to face. You get what I'm saying? Queen of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. It's like a distant communication, kind of testing the waters. They're going to want to test to see if you want to talk to them. You're going to want to test to see if they want to talk to you. There's this almost very, very fearful, kind of in reverence, wanting to test the waters to see if things may go forward or not, or what if there is a fight and a conflict that may still break out, okay? So let's clarify the Five of Wands here for you in the near future. There is the Moon at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Cancer energy. So this is anxiety. This is giving anxiousness, worry. Now, in the near future, dear Aquarius, I know this is a little bit of a heavy reading. I'm sending you big hugs, but bear with me. You have the Hermit, the Six of Pentacles, and the Judgment. There is going to be an important decision to be made. Someone here could still be going through some legal matter, separation or whatsoever, and you're going to have to make a decision here. There is a lot of research that's going to be made. There's a lot of research that's going to be done. And the Judgment here is an indicator that, there is a realization of some sort of truth. Some kind of truth is going to come out to the surface. It's like you could either go this way or you could go that way. Now, getting together and wanting to work things out, I think it's not the easiest. It's not that it's not possible, but there is a lot of external factors here that needs to be considered, because it's either you or it's either this person that's being faced with, like, how do they say, the odds are against them or the odds are against you. And something here is kind of creating some sort of a blockages for you and them to work it out together, okay? So bottom line here is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is there is going to be some sort of a pause. Maybe this is not what you want to hear, but I'm going to be honest with you. Four of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles here, and the Eight of Cups. I don't see completely walking away. I don't see here completely disconnecting with the Eight of Cups. What I do see here, dear Aquarius, is taking a pause, reflecting, and really taking the time to reevaluate the situation. Maybe there is a situation or something that's going on that's a little bit outside of your control, outside of their control, and time is going to be necessary, okay, to work something out. So until the situation is being resolved. So let's clarify, let's get the advice for you. Oh my gosh. Oh, insane. Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. the devil, the world, and this is in reverse, 7 of Wands in reverse. I don't do reversals at all, I just don't, you know what I'm saying? And then there is a 7 of Wands in reverse. I'm gonna respect it this time. You know something here has been super unhealthy. Something here has been super toxic, okay? A situation here that's been really overwhelming. You have the world here in the present moment. Like I said, you are closing off a lot of toxic cycles in your life. Remember, if you rewind back in the present moment, I did talk about this very card that you're closing off major cycles, Aquarius, okay? Cycles of abandonment, cycles of letting a lot of toxic people to be gone out of your life, and also not being afraid to confront people that you're dealing with and they have like some toxic habits. Now, your biggest piece of advice here is the fact that are you fighting for something here and trying to protect the situation knowingly that it's actually not healthy? Are you continuing, Aquarius, to remain in a dynamic where maybe there is still an existence of a third-party situation and someone here is not able to commit to you? You know what I mean? The devil and the world. Because you have closed off a lot of cycles here. This could be your last chance, last cycle and last test to really just evaluate the situation, because you could be really fighting for something which, you know, it needs to be resolved. If this person is going to make a promise to you to come towards your way and to be with you, then they need to take the actions and show up properly. You're not just going to sit here and wait and try to protect something when the other person is not really putting the efforts, okay? You want to make sure that you're equally also being shown the efforts and the necessary actions coming from this person for you and this person to make it work. So, Aquarius, this was a very interesting reading. I really do hope this reading gave you some clarity and a peace of mind. I'm sending you big hugs. Thank you very much for being here and also hitting that like button as well and supporting. I will see you into the comment sections. Love you very much, dear Aquarius. Take care.